go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Hola, buenas a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Espero que estáis muy bien. Vamos a continuar con nuestra aventurilla por aquí, por el Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Y habéis visto ya la cinemática que nos ha saltado tal y como hemos empezado. Así que vamos a darle a comenzar una bala para el viejo. ¿Crees en los fantasmas? Ahora tenemos nuestro rifle.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Voy a bajarle un poco más, porque me está explotando el tímpano.
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Y le acabo de bajar, ¿eh?
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
A ver, me ha cambiado. No, sí, está en 1900. Es que tengo entonces... Vale. Ahí escucho disparos. No son hacia mí ahora mismo.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
¡Over there! Perro!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
Le he bajado el volumen, pero sigue escuchándose tope.
It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Más la voz. Dios, los tímpanos. Ah, no, que se han subido los efectos a tope.
Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Vale, ahora más o menos. Venga ya, queda gente.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Se mueve la pared sola. Me encanta. No tengo balas de nada. No bala de nada.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Corre, corre, caballito. Trota por la carretera.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
Yo tampoco sé dónde vamos.
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. And he would know.
Desastre de los enemigos que quedan entre el viejo y tú.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence.
Mira
It
cómo
was
corre.
time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunted. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. The old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Y me lo cargo. Vale, el viejo. ¿Dónde está el viejo ese? Vale, ahí está el viejo. El viejo Clanton. Cascarrabia. Malo como el demonio. Gruñón.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
La puñetera minipunteo.
Damn, I gotta reload.
Que me destruye.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Vale, me han reventado. Estás muerto.
Boom! Shoot him in the head! Damn contraption jammed again!
Viejo puto.
What I ever do to you? I don't know how you lived this long.
Vamos, Mati.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day.
Que fui yo.
They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Ole. Pues continuemos con la aventuriña. tiroteo en el aserradero. Comencemos.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. Herb's coming! Get ready, boys. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons
Vale,
wanted
le da uno
revenge.
corriendo. Eso es bueno.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Otro menos.
You shoot the son of a bitch.
Toma. Por
Wyatt and
insultarme.
Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Toma ya. En la testa.
Got a bullet with your name on it.
Eso decía yo, que se tenía que caer, ¿no?
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy.
Uy, una
Certainly
recortada.
not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Vale, no tenemos más gente. Uy, el cagadero.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's
Dímela.
that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Buena explicación, la verdad. La verdad, me gusta cómo explica.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Exactamente, Carl. Botada. Por la espalda. Puñetazo que me llevé.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Fondo. Salté. ¡Upa!
I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Toma. Ah, me pagas por eso, sí.
the kill. There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind.
Esto me va a pegar.
That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Vale, ¿hacia dónde tengo que ir? Vale, por aquí.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Vale, hay que seguir por aquí. Por aquí. No, por aquí. Por aquí, por aquí.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Vale, ahora me tengo que cargar otro jefe. He hecho un trago. Antes de disparar.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me?
¡Juego! Terrorismo. Me he disparado yo mismo.
Come out wherever you are!
Curly. Bien.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
Copetazo por la espalda. Perfecto, para
I
acabar con
knew
cualquier
you
jefe.
didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Punto de control. El siguiente en mandar y llevarse un tiro. Johnny Ringo.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
No te muevas tanto.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Y nos lo cargamos con honor.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Y nos lo cargamos con honor. Pues bueno, chicos, vamos a ir dando el capitulín por aquí para no hacerlo muy largo y hacerlo más... como más llevadero, no demasiado largo. Así que espero que os haya gustado el capitulín de hoy. Dale a like, suscríbete, compartidlo, nada más. Nos vemos la próxima. Adiós.